Hey everybody, Gunnison on the cover. Today is Sunday, November 18th, 2018. And it is a cold day here in New Jersey. It's in the low 40s. No wind, thank you. Don't like the wind. A little cloudy up there. Sun hasn't really poked out today. I don't know what's going on with this weather in New Jersey with the clouds and the rain and the wind. So this little walk and talk we're going to do here. Actually, I'm on the track, if you can see right now. I'm going to go do a little walking around the track, get some cardio in. This has to do with our relationships with the police. And I see the relationships with police as being one of contradiction, one of, it's not healthy. You know, there's people out there that say, oh, the police are there, they're here to protect us. But when those police get behind those same people in their car, they're nervous. Come on, we're all the same. We've all had this problem. You know, the cops get behind us and all of a sudden our heart rate goes up and we're shitting in our pants and like, uh-oh, what's happening now? But then when you ask, what about the police? Well, they have a dangerous job. They have a tough job. They're here to protect us. We need them. Well, if all those positive things that you say they do, why are you so nervous when they're behind you? That's weird, isn't it? So the other day, I posted a video of, it was entitled Driving While Black. And it was two young men of color. Not sure if they were black. I think they were black. Might have been Spanish. Might have been mixed. I don't know. But they wasn't lily white. I can tell you that. They were darker than my skin. That's for sure. And they were stopped by Hazlet Township Police here in New Jersey. And they were yanked out of there, told to get out of the car. Cops brought the canines over there. The canine, gets a false alert. They go through the car, they search it. They don't find anything, because we all know that that canine handler triggered that dog to stand there and look at the car. I know it, you know it, and the cop knows it too. That's why they didn't find nothing in the car, because there was nothing. So there's a situation where they're harassing, trying to extort, trying to escalate. And then recently, a couple of days later after the same incident, I was right in the same parking lot outside McDonald's. And all of a sudden, I see Hazlet police come rip-roaring into the parking lot and running into McDonald's. And I really wasn't sure what was going on because I had just been in that McDonald's 5-10 minutes earlier. Well, it turns out there's a first aid call there. A man had dropped and he went into cardiac arrest. And the officers were performing CPR on him until the first aid squad got there. And this CPR by the police and the first aid went on and on and on until they got him into the ambulance and took him off. Sadly, that gentleman did not make it from what I've been told. And it's sad. I was in McDonald's and I asked them if anybody knew CPR there and they didn't. And I wish I was in there because I know how to do CPR and I know how to use an AD. Not that they had one, but I could have maybe made that difference if I was there. But this is not what the story's about. So you have a situation where the officer is doing a good thing for the community. So let me say this. The officers doing the K9 search on that guy's car, they were behaving like cops. The officers in the McDonald's doing the CPR, I think they were behaving like humans. They weren't there to extort. They weren't there to hurt that man. They weren't there to escalate. If anything, they wanted to de-escalate it. They weren't doing any of those 4 things that I talk about, which is harass, hurt, extort, escalate, which is what cops do. Humans don't do that. Humans help one another. A real human. And those cops in McDonald's at night were helping. So you take this relationship that we have with them where people always say, general population says, oh, they're there to help us. They're there to protect us. You know, the truth is they're there to enforce laws. We all know that. And part of the job is to respond to first aid calls, fire calls, things of that nature. But generally speaking, they're there to enforce laws and extort money. But it's a very unhealthy relationship that we have with them. That we want to believe that they do these great things. But we see time and time again, they don't. A lot of them don't. They're beating people up, they're jamming them up, they're escalating, they're lying on reports. And then a few minutes later, they're saving a man's life. It's not healthy, folks. It really is not healthy. And I was thinking about the cops that were there. How they're sitting there trying to revive this guy, and the first aid squad gets there, takes over, and then they get up and they walk away and they get in the car, and it's like they go off back to being a cop again. And I imagine what it must be like for them that 1 minute you got a guy dying here, and it's your skills, your human compassion that may or may not save this man. And then you get in the car and you go off and you're pulling somebody over and you're calling the canines on them and you're yanking them out of the car. It's a weird relationship. It's like the abusive parent, you know. They go and they torture the poor kid, they beat the kid up, they whip him, and then they take him into the bathroom and clean off their wounds and put band-aids on them and take them in the living room, the kitchen, and give them ice cream. It's kind of how I equate it. Alright, let me know what you think about it. I'm going to include the video. It's going to follow right after this. I'll give a portion of the CPR and a portion of the K9. You can look at the two. They're just 2 different ends of the spectrums here. And let me know what you think in the comments. And I guess I got to tell you, like, share, subscribe, because Gunnison Undercover is down for the time being. So New Jersey Exposed is the official channel for Gunnison Undercover until further notice. Till next time, folks, be safe, be well, and we'll see you again soon. Here we go, folks. They got the dog out there. This is how they circumvent the 4th Amendment. Look at this dog. He doesn't want to search. He wants to play tug of war. Look, it gets the dog all excited. Look what he's doing to the dog. He's trying to get this dog all excited. See, now the dog's standing there. You know, he's going to point, look at the car, and then that'll give them their so-called reason to go into that man's car. There you go.